evangelism. What are some practical tips for anyone listening that wants to go and share the gospel, but they just don't know how, or they're too scared?
Yeah, well, we're all scared. I'm scared, but I don't listen to my fears. I'm like a firefighter who shows up and he finds there's a fire going on. And the fifth story is a lady and her two children leaning out a window in flames, licking at their clothes. And they're screaming in terror. Does he say, oh, too scared to climb that 60-foot ladder? I can't reach out and grab children at that height. I'm going to be terrified. Smoke everywhere. I could die. They could die. I could drop one. Does he say, I'm just going home? He can't, because he's a firefighter and people are in need. So he ignores his fears and he thinks of the fate of that woman and her two children, not his own fate. That's the attitude we've got to have when it comes to the lost, to think of their fate. Lake of fire. The Bible says in the book of Jude 23, others having compassion. That's the key. Making a difference, pulling them from the fire, hating even the garment spotted by the flesh. There are certain keys that help me dissipate my fears. One is this. When I meet a stranger, I just say to him this one question, and this is what took Goliath down to Zacchaeus for me. I can meet a stranger, as I did yesterday. A guy came to fix up our television set, walks in the door. I let him play with the TV for a while, found out his name. His name was Kenny. And I just says, Kenny. He says, what? I said, do you think there's an afterlife? He says, oh, boy, I think about that all the time. Away we went. And all my fears dissipated because he didn't stab me in the throat. He was pleased to be talking about the issue he thinks about all the time. I was able to share the gospel with him. And so that question, do you think there's an afterlife, or do you think there's life after death, doesn't mention God, Jesus, heaven, hell, the Bible, sin, righteousness, judgment, all these things that make them and us feel uncomfortable. It just appeals to the ego of the person you're speaking to. You want to know their opinion and you're genuine. Do you think there's an afterlife? So that has been a huge key for me.
Yeah, really good.